Hey guys, now if you're interested in having a projector that can fit in your pocket and you can take it with you anywhere to watch movies and to also do work, then you'll want to watch this video because today we're taking a look at the Arzon Zip Tri-Folder Projector. And we're talking about something that's this small. You see in my hand a Samsung Galaxy Flip. See that right there? Well, watch this. It's right behind it. Let me put the Flip back and put it side by side so you can see what I'm talking about. We're talking about a projector that is the size, just a little bit larger than a phone. Matter of fact, this is an inch thick, and it's a trifold projector that's going to open up and give you the ability to watch movies. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, the Arzon Zip Trifold Projector is one of the smallest projectors that we've seen in the market, and it has a striking design. This trifold model, I've never seen anything like this. As a matter of fact, we saw this at CES, and we were really pleased when they reached out to send us one of these. It's actually a Kickstarter project, and this is, I would say, a first look versus a final product, because I'm sure that there are going to be some minor changes made to it. But this literally is a 720p projector that has Bluetooth 5.4, 100 ANSI lumens. It basically has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery that's going to allow it to run independently for 1.5 hours. It has 2 speakers, so it's stereo. It has a built-in gyroscope, which enables it, depending on how it's positioned, to rotate, adjust. So if you think about the keystone correction, you think about autofocus, all the things that the larger projectors have, this little guy has as well. It also has what I've experienced and what they've been claiming, zero lag autofocus. And this thing is just, it's super cool, the fact that you really don't see it when it has to adjust. The only thing I will see is if I tilt it up or down, how the screen will basically adjust really quick. But as far as the focus and stuff like that, it's just almost instantaneously, if not instantaneously. Now, the other thing that you get is also a softwareless implementation. So this little guy right here requires no software. This will basically mirror anything that's on your device. So if you're looking at a smartphone, if you're working with a laptop, if you're working with a desktop, and this will mirror basically. So the nice thing about this is that you don't have to worry about any software. You also don't have to worry about Wi-Fi. So I have been able to connect this easily, either with my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, my Fold, and I've also been able to do that with my iPhone as well, and my iPad. So all you have to do is turn this on, find it on the network, or not even on the network. Find it, because it doesn't require wireless at all, and it will show up as a device available, and then you're able to project. Let's take a closer look. Now, I don't have the complete package. There's more accessories that are available. I just have the projector here, and you can see here that this is called the Arzon Zip, right? So it's a Zip Trifold Ultra Portable Projector, and what you'll get is USB-C cable for charging. You know, there's not really many accessories here, but there are other accessories that allow you to mag mount this on a variety of devices. And we'll have the link to the Kickstarter in the description area so that you can check this out. Now, the projector is where everything is happening. And I'm just going to put my Flip here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll put it this way so you can see. It is ultra tiny. Look at that. This is what we're talking about. Super tiny. So you can get the reference of the size. And as you open this up, the projector basically can place in various positions. So it basically has different heights that you can set this up. For example, if I wanted to do this and project it towards the ceiling, that would be my ceiling mode. If I want to project it forward, that would be my forward mode. If I want to use this where it's projecting downward, where maybe I want to see a display, on a desktop, I could do that as well. And the bottom area here has a MagSafe connector. So if you could put this on a MagSafe device, it's going to connect. Matter of fact, the accessories that they have are MagSafe accessories. You have a cooling system here in the back. You have your power, your volume rocker, and then this right here is your brightness boost. So we'll show you what the experience is when you're looking at it. But if you're thinking about using something like this to stream movies, if you have a Nintendo Switch, if you have a Steam Deck, you're basically getting some really nice playability or movie watching when you look at a device like this. So my primary use case, at least in my case, has been really phone streaming, and then also you can stream shorts, right, because of the vertical movement. So when this is like this on a tripod, because this is MagSafe, or if you're putting it up like this, you're going to get that phone view. So if you're streaming TikTok, if you're streaming, again, any other application, Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you'd be able to see it in that native format if you like, or you can switch it here. Now it does have some buttons on the top here. We're going to go ahead and turn this on for a little bit so you can see what it looks like. So notice how it's starting to boot up. You have a back button, up and down, which is typically going to be for the volume. You have an OK, and then you have this button right here. So I'm going to go ahead and point it downward so you can see what it's doing. So see if it will adjust. There it goes. It's adjusting. And then right now it's in the position where it's waiting for some form of input. And you can see this is relatively bright at this distance. But what I will mention is that this is a projector that is really focused on nighttime viewing. It doesn't have enough power to use this in the daylight. So, and in my use cases, when I was using it, I was in a room that maybe had a couple LED lights, and it was viewable. The closer, obviously, it is to the wall, and I'll just put my hand over here so you can see this, do the overhead. You can see how bright that is. And I'm going to get closer and closer, and you can see very, very bright, super intense. But then as you start getting further back and further back, there comes a point where it becomes a little bit difficult to read. Now, I'm seeing it project here on the side of our studio, and it is super clear. And what you're seeing there just gives you so much detail. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up here so you guys can see what it's doing here. So you can see how it is really bright. It's even blowing out the camera. That's how bright it is, and you can see it on my glasses. But it's giving you options on connectivity. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my ceiling so I can see it. Basically, I have Android, Windows, phone, and Mac, and it's telling me what keystrokes I have to hit and what kind of buttons I should be looking for, and the name of the product that I'm searching for, which is the zip, and then it has a number associated with it. So a lot. I'm going to go ahead and project this behind me, so you can see what's going on behind me right here. See? So you can see how big this gets, right? So look how much of that wall it's taking up. That's pretty cool. The speakers are pretty decent too, right? So it's going to auto adjust depending on how I tilt, right? Put it up like this. It's going to adjust itself because of the gyroscope, so that it's always going to be something that is legible. So bright, right? You would never think that 100 lumens would give you this. So what I've noticed though in my testing is that if I go 10 feet, 15 feet, I've been able to get a relatively large image, but that's where I start seeing some of the luminosity challenges. Definitely something that for nighttime viewing, not a problem, but for daytime viewing, not good. If you're going to be using this on vacation, I think this is a great product if you want to watch a movie with your spouse or your kids. You could do this because, again, even at this distance that I see over here, it is close to an 80-inch screen, and it looks good. So, and you can see the brightness. Now, there is some sound coming from it. I'm going to bring the actual projector to the mic so you can hear it. So there's a fan that's running, and that fan isn't terribly loud, especially if I'm watching something. I really won't hear it because of obviously the movie playing. But I can hear it now that we're in the studio, and that's the only noise coming through, especially with my voice and that. I can hear the actual fan running. And that's because I have it on the most powerful setting. I can actually lower the brightness, and then it's going to calm down. So literally, as soon as I lower the brightness by flipping the switch that you have right here, it got really quiet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it behind so you can see that wall again. So I'm going to switch it from one mode to another. Watch this. See how that brightness boost took place right there? Turn it off. Brightness down. Brightness boost. Brightness down. As soon as you turn on that boost, you hear the fan start kicking in. So let's go ahead and see it in action and see how it works. Now we're taking a look at the projector in my studio, and we're using a projection screen here, but you can see how well this projector is performing even in an area where it's not 100% dark. So you can see some RGB lights that I have on the left, you can see some stuff going on the right, and it's still doing a really good job. Now keep in mind that it's going to do much better if it was 100% dark, and I just wanted to see how well it would perform and how much I could get away with. So I got away with quite a bit here, but would not recommend this for any time of daytime viewing. But at 720p, I have to say I'm really impressed with the overall quality of what we're getting here. Now, the other thing is that, this is a streaming projector. And the fact that it's not connected, I don't have any special dongles connected, I think that this is doing also really well. Now, I did notice a little lag in a couple areas. Now, they say that this will be a zero lag free type experience, but keep in mind that this is a first look. This is not something that is a final product, so I expect that firmware and other things are going to make this even better than what you're seeing right here. But I've been really, really happy with it. To give you a sense, the screen that you see in front of you is 100-inch, and the projector is about 5 feet, or yeah, about 5 feet away from the actual screen, and you can see the quality that I'm getting here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move this to no more than 3 feet away from the wall just to see how well it looks. And we're not going to use a screen because, let's face it, not everybody has a screen. We're going to actually project it against the wall to see what it looks like. All right, so now I'm projecting the actual on a wall. So this is a wall, and this is no more than 3 feet from the wall. And you're seeing how great this looks. Again, also, the other thing that you can keep in mind is that everything is dark. There's nothing on, everything is off, and you can see how the color pops more, how everything is more vibrant. But keep in mind, there's no projection screen behind this. This is a wall, and my wall isn't white. My wall is like an off-white color, and you're seeing this. You can see a little bit of the color of the wall on the left and the right to it, where you can see what the color looks like. So it's not 100% white, but this thing is doing spectacular. And let's take a look at this close up, but though in an angle. Now the angle view here, you can see, got a little bit closer. Just want to show you what the quality would look like. So then again, this is literally my camera is maybe no more than 4 inches from the wall. And I just wanted to see from an angle perspective how well it would look. Complete darkness on a wall, nothing special going on here, no screen, and you can see how good this projector is projecting. Really surprised. But again, this highlights the fact that this will do well in absolute darkness, not a day projector whatsoever, but you can see good performance, really good performance. I'm surprised that it showed so well. Now the next thing we're doing here is taking a look at the screen, but looking at it, you know, as if it was you're watching Instagram, you're watching TikTok, and wanted to see how well it did. It also did really well. So this is a really good format, and I'm going to go ahead and even rotate the camera on my hand and then just project it against the screen. So again, if you want to have this, or your kids would like to have this to be able to stream any of the services that they typically watch, you know, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, they can definitely do this with this small projector. And again, the quality that we're seeing is really, really good. So guys, that was the Arzen. Great little product, portable projector. It's real, it's functional, and that was our first look. See you in the next video.